Welcome to the second day of the For the Love of Writing month. It is a good day to be writing here in the Netherlands. We have a, let's just say it's grey outside. Sorry, my mic is doing a bit weird. Anyways, it's grey outside. It's chilly, too cold, so I thought it was a great day to keep on writing. I've already been working on Go Fly. I needed to figure out, I only just realized that this morning, I needed to figure out at what time of day the story actually starts. That's something I hadn't discovered yet, and, well, you know, I pretty much need it to be able to determine what kind of crowd you have around at certain times and who may see what and things like that. So yeah, that was something I needed to figure out. I'm not quite done with it yet, but that's fine. I don't I mean, that's, how should I say that? It's not a big problem, but it is something that I need to decide on, because otherwise, things can go weird, shall we say? And I want to prevent that, of course. So, yeah, I need to make a final discovery decision about that, and then move on with it. So I have several times that are quite important, and when you will see a lot of people on the streets, etc. And times where things are more quieter because people are either resting or at work. I mean, that's also important. So yeah, I need to figure out exactly how people can be at certain places at what time, why they would be there, and then work with that, because I have this vision for a certain scene that is to come where there are a lot of people around, and I need to know at what time that can be, so that I can figure out when the story starts, at what time of day the story starts. So that's something I'm going to hopefully finish in this session, and then I will continue my chapter 6 in Go Fly, and from there I'll just see. I have no idea yet. We'll see how everything goes, and I'm going to test out something. I want to make sure that a certain something works. Let's see. Yes, there we go. Excellent. Now, if you are looking for accountability partners, sparring partners, critique partners, or just any kind of feedback, or if you just want to complain just for a little, or find other support, feel free to join the Fantasy Tavern Discord, where we help all authors who join us. We invite, or we welcome, I should say, I wanted to say, both published and unpublished authors, so feel free to join us. And yes, we started as a fantasy tavern, but you are very welcome to join us if you are also writing in other genres. So feel free and come on in. And with that said, let's have a look at this month. I wanted to... Let me first pin that message. Excellent. That's done, and let's do that in Twitch as well, so that you guys can see that. There we go. done. So this month, if you haven't seen my video yesterday, then I'd encourage you to check it out. It's just a small video. I thought with February being the month of love, I thought it would be fun to dedicate this month to our love for the love of writing. And for me, writing has always been in my life, or story making, I should say, has always been in my life in one way or another. As a child, young teenager, no, as a child, I already started making stories. Also together with my brother, just things that we did in our house and around, but also with Lego, for example. Lego played a huge part in our lives back then. And when I went to high school, when I became a teenager, I also started writing, or I actually started writing, I should say, stories. And in that way, it's always been a part of my life, making stories, creating stories. And I do remember that I had one story that you would now consider a dystopian fantasy story. Yes, dystopian, which usually is seen as something on Earth, but I set it in a completely fantasy setting. So I don't remember what exactly happened with that story, but I have a very rough idea of it, so I might write it at some point in the future. I've no idea yet how or when or if, but yeah, that's I think that's actually the first story I ever wrote, and it's so fun that still is in some way with me, and I'm happy for that. And during the years, I discovered fan fiction. I wrote my own fan fiction for several series, TV series, and book series, I should say. So that was an interesting time. I learned a lot, but it wasn't. Those weren't my own worlds, my own. I mean, those were my own stories, but not my own characters, unless I added my own character. And it was fun to do, but I always felt like I wanted to do something more. And while writing my own books in my own world is definitely something more, I can tell you. And it's... how shall I say that? It's fun to do. I find it a satisfying thing to do. It's challenging, yes, but it gives me so many creative options. And I saw a quote sometimes a few weeks ago that said something along the lines of a book is a world. What was the quote? Something of a book is a world that lives inside an author. And when I read that quote, I thought, well, maybe there's more to it. Because yes, I have Tergaenae, and Tergaenae is probably my forever world. I think it is a world in which the majority of my stories will take place. But I also have Genema, which I originally developed for a video game I wanted to make. Well, the video game is not in the fridge, it's in the freezer. I don't think it will ever come out for me, let me put it that way, that I will ever develop that. That's not in my future anymore, I think. but the world is something that I can keep on developing. And originally I didn't have the idea that it would be, how shall I say that it could have a real book, as in the story ends here, because I had in mind that it would be all kinds of books leading up to the beginning of the video game. I'll see how I'm going to do that. I have no idea yet, but it is a completely different world. It's not a completely, well, it's partially a different setting, because you have space travel, but not like like the default sci-fi space travel. Think more like Stargate, through which also ships can sail. So that's different, but it is a world that I still love, and that I might start writing in that as well at some point in the future. But for now, it's all Tergaenae is for me really the world that I already have so many stories in concept, and stories that I'm writing. So that has priority at the moment, because these characters and these stories, they keep on coming out, and they keep showing me things that I want to share with you guys. So yeah, there's that. And speaking of sharing with you guys, I am currently working on a video about the Nymph, which is a very special creature in Tergaenae. And in the second half of February, I will publish that video. So yeah, there's that. And then you can see what the Nymph is, and you can learn about, well, everything about the Nymph, and about one very special character, Riri. She is a Nymph, and I will tell you more about her in that video, so that you can get to know her and get to know the role she plays in Tergaenae and in the Tergaenae Chronicles. Well, I can't tell too much, of course, but you'll get an idea of what kind of role she plays in the Tergaenae Chronicles. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to in this month, February. Now, before I forget, if you're wondering who I am, my name is Ilza. I am a magic-wielding dragon companion and a creator of worlds. And, well, like I said, I have created several worlds. So yeah, that's what I love to do. And I love to share the stories that I find in those worlds, share them with you all, and go from there. So let's jump into our creative session of today. I do 60 minutes creative sessions. One, that's my way. So I will see you guys in 60 minutes. Let's see if I did everything correct this morning. That would be handy. First, let's make sure that my headphone is cooperating. There we go. I'm putting my headphone on so that you guys don't hear the echoing of the sounds. Let me do a quick check-in. Yep, that's functioning. Oop. That's working. Or at least, yeah, that's working. Okay. So let's get to it, and I will see you in 60 minutes. that is the end of our live stream. How did it go for you guys? I have to say, I have found the time for that scene that I was talking about. Let me get rid of my headphones first. That's better. I find the time for that specific scene I was talking about, and now I need to work my way back to when actually the story can actually start. But that's fine, no problem. If you've been following me a bit, then you know I had been wondering about the amount of chapters that I might have in Go Fly. And okay, I'm wondering now, I see something popping up. Oh my god, my apologies everyone. Apparently I missed quite a lot. I'll talk about the chapters later on. My apologies. Good morning, Tish. You're grabbing a bagel and a fresh cup of coffee. Oh, you just checked it. Oh, thank God, I didn't miss too much. That's good. That's good. And Pranav Pandey? Pranav Pandey. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. What am I? Are you asking me what I'm writing? I'm currently writing a fantasy story, the story Go Fly, that takes place roughly 10 years before my main story takes place, the Tergaenae Chronicles. And I'm writing this specifically because it is an event that is referred to several times in the main series, and I felt it was good for myself to have it. But I mean, I knew the rough lines of the event, and I thought it was also fun for you guys to read it later on. Or to read it as the first story, I should say, to see what actually is referred to in the main series. So this story, Go Fly, I originally thought it would be a short story, but right now I am at 15,000 words. And then some, and I have let's see, about 5 more chapters to go. Those will probably be a bit shorter chapters, but yeah, this is officially a novelette now. This is not a short story anymore. But yeah, that's what I'm writing. And what are you working on, if I may ask? I'm very curious to hear that. And welcome, because I don't think I've ever seen you in my live stream before. So welcome here. I hope you're having a great time, and I'm looking forward to seeing you more often. And Tish, you said it was what you needed. Excellent, excellent. Cat's Chaos Cafe. Hey you. You're popping in to give like and some views while you wake up. Welcome here. I think I know you from somewhere, but I don't know exactly from where. Welcome. Happy to see you join. How is your writing project going? And how is it going with waking up? I had some issues waking up earlier this morning as well. Well, I mean earlier today, because right now for me it's already halfway the afternoon. But yeah, waking up was hard today. But you know, I'm awake, and I've been world building. I've been working on my story, so I'm very satisfied with the result for today's session. And Tish, you said you made clarification on a dialogue that you had to change without slowing the pace. Ooh, I find those things quite a challenge. I mean, you want to make sure that you have a good pace in your book, that is not going too fast or too slow, and that but if you have to change things, that can so easily influence the pace of what you were writing. I mean, I know in Go Fly I had to write a chapter which eventually became 2 chapters, at least in my first draft right now. The chapter had a function of bridging the time between the previous chapter and the chapter that was following after this duo chapter. And I needed that time, but I also want to prevent that it's boring and that that it is too slow. So how do you find the balance in that? Well, I hope I did. I'll probably have to go through several revisions, several drafts before I will be really satisfied with that duo chapter. But you know what? That's fine. That's the beauty of writing, I feel, because your first draft doesn't have to be perfect. Better yet, your first draft is usually the worst of your book that you will write, and all the other drafts following that first draft will make your book better and better and better. So yeah, I'm looking forward to revisions, even though I know it won't be easy. But I can totally imagine, Tish, that adjusting such a dialogue and keeping the pace, that's not an easy thing. So I hope that it will go smoothly for you. And Tish says hello to Cat's Chaos Cafe. So yeah, like I said earlier, I have been working on, or had been wondering, I should say, about how many chapters Go Fly would become, and I had, I'm currently at chapter 6, and I was originally thinking, maybe 2 more chapters, that's good. And it's also symbolical, because the number 8 in Tergaenae is the luckiest number, is the lucky number in Tergaenae. But I worked a bit on the outline of the story, or my guideline as I like to call it, and I found that I probably won't be done with 2 chapters unless they are gonna be really big chapters. So that's not handy. So right now, I think I will need 5 more chapters, so it will become 11 chapters. And coincidentally, 11 is also a lucky number in Tergaenae, because the separate numbers or in 11, so the 1 and the 1, also add up to 2, and 2 is also a lucky number in Tergaenae. So that's a nice coincidence. As for the rest, I'll see how it flows. And of course, during revision times, I will see if that amount of chapters will remain, or that I need more chapters or less. And I mean, that's all for the future. For now, I have a feeling that I will be done with 11 chapters in total. And I expect I will be around, I don't know, somewhere 20k words, maybe going towards 25k. I'll see about it. I don't know yet. For some reason, things are not. Oh, I see. Okay. Hey Shannon, you've been here a while, but you didn't have time to say hi, and you also made friends with the like button. Thank you so much, and thank you for joining. And now you will go back to lurking because you need to set up your stream. Excellent. That will be in about 5 minutes, I think. So I will guide everyone to your stream, and I will join you in your stream very soon as well, because I want to keep on working on this chapter. see how long I can do that. Cat's Chaos Cafe, can I call you just Cat? That may be a bit easier. You say you're tired, you woke up off and all night because of the animals, but you also did a 12-hour stream. Yes, oh my god. Yeah, I can see why you're tired. 12-hour stream. I mean, I already found my 1.5 stream a long time. Granted, in the past I've done 6-hour streams, but that was not planned. That was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna go for an hour, and that became 6 hours. But yeah, that's right now that's pretty hard to do for me. 12 hours, oh my god. I hope you had a lot of fun during that stream and that it was very productive for you, depending on what you want to do, or what you did during the stream, of course. I mean, it can be just a very fun time, or you and you can also have had a and it's also possible you had a wonderful productive time as well. Tisha said, wow, Cat, 12-hour stream, you deserve some me time. Exactly. Can't you say, Tish, sadly I can't yet, you have at least an hour stream today. Oh my god. This is, perfect, thank you. Tish, what's the channel she wants to follow? Tish found you. Thank you so much, Tish, for linking the channel. I was just about to ask that. Okay, let me see, because I want to follow you as well. Cat's Chaos Cafe. Yes, there we go. Subscribes. Excellent. Cat, you say just Cat is perfect. Thank you so much. Tish says good morning to Shannon. And can you say the 12 hours was for kicking off a month-long writing challenge you made? For the love of words. Oh, that's awesome. You have the love of words and I have for the love of writing. I like it. We're thinking along the same lines. And can you say also your brain is slow this morning? You've probably... Oh, I've probably seen you in under the 1K Discord. That's probably where I saw you, indeed, yes. And for those of you who don't know yet... from February the, let me check that, the 8th, I think. Oh, I don't have the schedule open. February the 8th until February the 15th, we have the under 1K subs for authortubers and booktubers, and feel free to welcome. The link is. Yeah, I posted the link in the description box below, the link to the playlist, and you will find more and more authors and booktubers putting up their streams, and we several people are co-hosting and moderating, etc, etc. I'm doing 3 streams. I am Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday out of the top of my head. Close to my usual stream times, so be sure to check them out and give your support if you can. Let's see, what else did I miss? Yes, February the 8th to the 15th, I think. Yeah, I think so as well. So, please join us if you can. The live streams are during the day and night and early morning, and of course it depends on in which time zone you're in. I mean, right now for me it's 3 p.m. and for you guys it's 11 a.m. I want to say. No, 9 a.m. I can't count anymore, guys. 9 a.m. Is that correct? For several of you. I mean, it depends on where you live in the United States, of course. So yeah, 9 a.m. for you, Kat, in the US Eastern Time. Okay, so that means US Western Time, it's 6 a.m. Am I correct in that? Places like Los Angeles, that side. Sometimes time zones can be so confusing. Anyways, so that's what we have coming in less than a week. Less than a week now. So be sure to check out all the channels, check out the playlist, and join us all in our live streams. Can't you say 6 or 5 a.m. You're better time zone math sometimes? Yeah, for me it's also confusing because I understand that in the USA you guys have different time zones. And we also have that in Europe, but not in one country. I think. I think most countries in Europe just have one time zone. Here in the Netherlands, we just have simply one time zone. That makes it so much easier. But yeah, it's sometimes really confusing to check it with people in the USA because you guys have, I don't know, 4 or 5 different time zones to keep in mind or something like that. So yeah, that's sometimes that really becomes confusing. But at the same time, that's also the beauty of having connections all over the world. I mean, it's completely different again on the other side of the world, in the East, in Asia, and I mean, they have different time zones as well. So yeah, that's fun. That's all part of life and part of our international network that we all have. And I also love it. I mean, it brings challenges, but I also love it. And that's the most important. So because I already noticed that my thinking is becoming a bit hard, and because I know that Shannon has just started her live stream, let me quickly check in with her. I think she has started, but I want to make sure before I send you guys there. Yes, Shannon has started indeed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys the link for Shannon's stream. And after that, I will check on Twitch as well. This is where you can find Shannon. Shannon's live stream has already started, so be sure to check it out. And for those who are going to Shannon right now, I wish you all a wonderful Monday. It's only Monday, with lots of creativity and magic. And for the people on Twitch, I'm going to check if someone is streaming at the moment and writing. Let's see. Oh, Kindar is writing. How long have you been going on? Oh, I know he's gonna write for quite a while. So for those of you on Twitch, let's rate Kindar and go to him. Let's see, how do I do that again? Rate the channel and the tiger right. And let's do this. And you guys should be okay. There we go. It should go good. There we go. Yes. So I wish you all a wonderful Monday, and a wonderful Monday filled with magic and creativity. See you all later. Bye bye.